What is going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, Leo King, and welcome to my special lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 3rd, 2026. Of course, I'm astrologer David Palmer, Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, thanks so much for being a part of highvibe.tv. If you are not, you're definitely missing out, of course, on all the shows that I do, and of course, the whole network. All the apps, definitely check it out. And of course, Hypergate AI. We are putting out the mobile app. It's already done. We're just having to get it ready for approval, but I already have a long-standing app account, so shouldn't be that long. And Lady Avalon is now live with the full avatar that I did the whole beta test at the Conscious Life Expo. You can go to spiritdial.ai and fully interact with the first live avatar, instant, full-blown live that she reads your EVI, your emotional visual intelligence, mixing with the psychic reading. So she's fully scary accurate. She'll even know if you're going to be just like taking it like whatever, she'll know. If you give it your full attention, she'll actually help you in your life. So definitely things to check out. Of course, I'm talking to you as the lunar eclipse is happening right now under a Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which has delayed me literally all day. I've been here all day. I've had nonstop problems, but you just have to, in Pisces, take everything as it comes. So let's start first with the image that I did for this lunar eclipse. Okay, the lunar eclipse in Virgo. Because we got that north node of Pisces, this is a south node eclipse, and it is where we need to follow that north in Pisces. We've got a lot going on in Pisces anyway, so I put me going down the river and all these people criticizing me coming down the river and pointing and blaming and being all upset and just all aggro and stressed out in the world that we are in. You can even see that Virgo constellation up there next to that full lunar eclipse moon. Just, and this could be your inner criticism. This could be the criticism from the outside. But we have to remember that this lunar eclipse did happen on March 3rd, 2007. Now, I know there's a bunch of elephants in the room. We're in a war where, a lot of the astrologers, we all got that right about the war with Iran, but let's not forget the whole weird Mexico shit going on, putting out the alien shit, and the fact that this lunar eclipse, right, from the world we're walking into after this one, from now until I've made on my big prediction thing, April 15th, the events that are going to transpire in our life, we're never going back in the way the world will ever look. And this is before Uranus ingresses into Gemini by the 25th into 26th. This is the lunar eclipse that says, wake the fuck up, reality's changing forever. I know that might be hard for some people to hear, but at the same time, I'm looking at it as like the greatest relief of all time. Why? Because of the fact that this is all the Pisces energy and it's allowing us to truly let go of that freaking world, because that world was horrible. It is going to be a different world, though, and it's going to be the only way we escape the prison we've all been living under. So I think, when things start closing down and ending, it looks real ugly, but there's always that light after the darkness. And this is that moment where you can see both if you're really paying attention. And I know that Saturn Neptune's a big transit. It's the second biggest Saturn transit, right? The biggest one is Saturn Pluto. That was 2020. And then we end the whole conjunctional astrology with Saturn Neptune, the second biggest. So yeah, you've been living under 6 years of crazy shit. Well, that energy is changing reality in every way. And we'll go through this chart, but I think it's going to be important for people to remember that we've been through this exact one, same degree, same date, 12 degrees Virgo, 12 degrees Pisces, South Node eclipse in 2007. And that's what was bringing on the beginning of the recession. I also have we are in a Virgo lunar eclipse. So it's good to always kind of bring out some of the facts. And I have to get it exact. Oh, hold on. I'll just do it now. A different way. No, I don't want that. It's just because I always have those little stats that just, people are just going to be like, what? Is this for real? It's 2008 and then Well, there's a couple things. I could just kind of show you here. I'm thinking about this whole Iran war thing, and I'm thinking about, I joined the Navy in 2002, 2003, Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was part of that. Got kicked out in 2004. But, it's so weird when you actually start looking at the eclipses that we just had. That Aquarius one was the same one we had, not degree wise, but it was the North Node solar eclipse in Aquarius 2 weeks ago. That was at the beginning of 2008. And then this exact same lunar eclipse was 2007, March 3rd. So if you just take that window of that year, that's the window we're in right now. So whether it's financial markets, but when you think about the war shit, there's a couple things. One, this massive civil war breaks out within Iraq. Two, the deadliest single attack of the whole war occurred. Nearly 800 civilians were killed by a series of coordinated suicide bombing attacks. Okay? Now, this was to America. Then there was the Anbar awakening. There was some really weird shit. But 2007, tensions increased greatly between the Iran and Iraqi Kurdistan. So then there was that whole mess. So it's like, where is Iraq going to come back into this? Also, this was literally the eclipses that made people fucking, I need to get the fuck away from George W. Bush. Right? So there's definitely going to be this energy of people I'm fucking over this, people. I'm over this more than ever. But it was interesting. There was civil war during that period. The other craziest part too is that it was during that whole eclipse season in the war when it's basically the most amount of civilians that were killed, unfortunately. I know this is not probably what you'll fucking want to hear on the fucking eclipse, but I'm just giving you some facts. There's the economic impact. You got to think we did the war, it cost all this money, and then, oh yeah, we go into a recession. But, we could say it was a housing situation with mortgages and banks falling and all these things, but there's also this that happens too. Tons of human rights abuses. That's not good, whatever that is. I don't even want to know what the fuck that is. Man, they really did. They really want to fuck me here. That's the energy of full moon, lunar eclipse in Virgo. They really, am I just getting fucked over? Especially all this Pisces energy. Casualties. It's civilian deaths. It's civilian deaths of Iraq war. And in that database, right, it's kind of like this big peak in the same eclipse. See that right at the beginning here? And so there's definitely, you need to pay attention where you are in the world. I said to you all, stay the fuck out of Mexico before anybody was even thinking about that shit. I told you all to get the fuck away from Europe, get the fuck out of the Middle East. Look at people in Dubai are fucking piecing the fuck out of Dubai. It is not, this is Aries energy 8. You haven't seen shit yet. Add that to this lunar eclipse. I need people to truly just understand from an astrological perspective. As an astrologer, I'm trying to help you out. I'm not trying to say what you have to do in your life and try and control you. I'm telling you as an astrologer, though, pay attention to the universe. The patterns are fucking always there. The Saturn Neptune, a lot of people finally woke up to that one that were kind of into astrology or didn't really pay attention. We always do regime change. We always do this kind of shit. But like, this is many other patterns. Ones that also are bringing up stuff we've never been through before. But I'm sorry, not going to be your little travel year, especially with Pluto that's in Aquarius and Jupiter getting ready to come into Leo this year and oppose Pluto after they met 3 times in Capricorn in 2020, which shut down the world with flights. And that's going to bring all that shit up. So you have to remember that this eclipse is important because why? Well, the next set of eclipses is after we go through the big harmonious aspects that are going to be coming this summer, but it's going to be carrying this energy into that. So it's almost like those are going to be used to figure out some of the craziest like shit. It's almost like, here's your wish. Here's your like, get out of total destruction card. That's the way I'm looking at it based off everything going the way it's going and it's continuing to go. So I'm not here to fluff your guys' shit. Okay. But I am here to remind you that the positive is stay the fuck away from all this shit. And, people are saying, oh, protest. Nobody's saying shit. I don't see people. It's like very few people will even say anything that there's fucking pedos running around, PDFs, and they're eating fucking kids. And you won't fucking do shit for that. But you will because of about a war in Iran. We got some problems. So let's take a look at this eclipse. There's me again, fuck you, Leo King. Fuck you. Right? So this lunar eclipse in Virgo just is happening right now as I'm filming this. That was not the plan. I've had so many Mercury retrograde problems and finally was able to get things rolling again here. But so Mercury retrograde involved with this lunar eclipse. And why is that important? It's a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. And Mercury's the ruler of that sign. And the South Node is there. It's the South Node eclipse. The other thing, too, is, because Mercury rules that area and it's in Pisces, remember, Pisces is the worst place for Mercury. It is the place for Mercury. It's the planet that falls the most, Mercury, and it happens to be in Pisces. So, things might not make sense. There's a lot of things that you're trying to maybe overthink and trying to fix or trying to find Where's the normal road? Where's the normalcy? Where's the things that are going to work in my life? Not working, not going to be normal, not going to just run the way it's been running. So the hamster wheel, if I were to put a little hamster wheel and put a little hamster in there, okay, fucking you're gone, hamster. The wheel is spinning out of control. So you got to remember that normal day-to-day reality and the way that your life has been. Like, okay, this is what I do. This is the cycle that comes around and just throws all that in a tizzy, right? And the next thing you knew, I've been saying it for weeks. I've been laughing about it. This has been the transitive Craigslist that's coming back, where everybody, it's like, I got to sell this. I got to fucking try and find a temp job on Craigslist. We survived off Craigslist on these eclipses. Okay. And what does that mean? Because all the normalcy was gone. No, my job doesn't work. There's a recession. No, I need to sell shit really quick. You got to remember that that's just a sign of Craigslist being like, hey, we're all not living in a normal world and we're trying to figure shit out. And this is 10 times that energy because, of course, we're in a Saturn-Neptune conjunction that just has finished at 0 Aries. First time since 4361 BC. But now here in this lunar eclipse energy, it's like bringing all this energy that's been for 6 years, all these conjunctions. And it's like, where's it all going? And that Saturn, what is it looking at? It's looking at Chiron. It's looking at Eris. It's even looking at Ceres. This triple conjunction is like, I don't know if I'm able to maintain whatever I'm trying to see in my future right now, if I'll be able to actually be it. It's skewing everything. If you think about it, it's skewing the vision of, you know what, I'll embody this. And then you add Saturn and Neptune in Aries. When it comes to identifying everything and the world is changing in every way and it's not going the way it normally does at all, nothing is normal. Every situation you're dealing with that's bugging you, you're like, what the fuck? This ain't normal. In your life, in the world, wherever you go. And now you add all this energy. This is the worst light up you could ever get at Aries. Worst. Add to it, Mars, the ruler of Aries, is in Pisces now. And, you know, it's an necessity square to Jupiter. That's retrograde. Still. And Mars rules over there. And so Mars, when it was in Aquarius, it was like, yo, hey, Saturn, we're a mutual reception. Because Mars would rather be in Aries and Saturn would rather be in Aquarius. So that kind of gave Saturn some edge. Not anymore. Saturn is fucking in hell, right? Fall position, -3. Okay, so this is a very important thing to understand, that the Saturn-Neptune conjunction happened. Thank God Mars was in Aquarius, but it was in square to Uranus. Either way, it still had that mutual reception. That's gone. There's no mutual receptions anywhere in the astrology right now. So it's like, okay, where do we find any hope? Right? Jupiter is only at +4. It's because it's freaking retrograde stationing, and the moon is a lunar eclipse right now. It's in Virgo with the south node. That ain't cutting it. It's like Venus, exalted, and even that exalted energy is just a +4. Everything is not able to fully express itself. And so this is where this Pisces energy with a north node is now Mars and making a horrible aspect to Jupiter. It's like you can't fall under the pressure right now because of the stress, the angst that's everywhere. You can't meet it with more angst. You're going to have to meet it with like, okay, like I'm just going to surrender and go with the flow. This isn't working. Okay, whatever. Let's see what happens. You know, everything right now is falling apart in order for you to move through. So you got to look at it like you have to start getting through all this stuff, your inner chatter, all the things that aren't happening normal and go, you know what? This is a moment for me to like get through to the other side. And that other side, it's murky. And there's going to be a lot of healing that will take place through this over the months ahead. But this is the moment of that turning point where it's like, shit ain't not, like if you're holding on to the hope that it's going to go exactly the way you want to, there's too much saying it ain't. We don't, in many ways, it's almost like we kind of have no clue, but we also have to keep watch on over analyzing, especially this Aries energy of like, well, is it going to be okay? Like, am I going to be able to be okay? Like, am I going to be able to like hold this together, my future? What will this look like? What will that? It's all skewed. Whether you want to throw Eris in with Chiron, like the discord that's happening, she's throwing her golden apple in there. Chiron doubting its own identity itself. Am I able to have the courage to go through these things? Saturn taking its time into this new territory. It just came out of shadow from last year. It only went to 1 degree last year. Remember, it was Neptune that went 2 degrees. So we're in new territory, and we're in new territory that's 6,400 years old with Saturn, Neptune, that last time they met at 0 Aries. So it's like there's a lot of caution. There's a lot of like, I don't want things to change. I just want things to run normal. Why can't this be normal? Well, because normal has been horrible. It has been PDF world. It has been fucking the worst world we could have ever lived through. The only thing that's offering us through this moment, anything, is let go of that stress. Let go of that let go of that normal world. Let go of that day-to-day that hasn't been working. So there's a huge energy that's spiritually trying to get us out, especially now that Mars has shown up and it's dispositing all that. It feels very much like everything now that's coming to a head is what needs to go. Especially because if you just take it from an Aries perspective where Saturn and Neptune are, what's the 12th sign to that? Pisces. Look at this lineup. Then if you look at it from the Pisces perspective, that Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, Ceres, and Eris are all in the second house. So what you're getting is self-doubt about if I can create, make things happen, find who I am and what that even looks like. While at the same time, spiritually, the universe is cutting out, not you. The universe is cutting out the energy that is not in alignment for your life. And it is cutting also at the same time, the main one, it is blowing out all the things that were the hamster wheels that you were running in your life and everything that just was like kind of running in a good way. It's just like, this isn't running good anymore. Bye. And this full moon lunar eclipse is in another fucking Ceci square over to the Chiron Eris Ceres. What does that mean? The healing is not going to happen by having every little thing run the way you've run it before. You're going to have to like hold this energy within yourself of like, hey, the identification of the world, the identification of my life, what it looks like, I'll be able to define myself through it, opposed to, oh God, I don't know what that looks like and I need to know what it is and I'm afraid and it's probably not going to turn out the way I want and this doesn't look good and that doesn't look good in my life. It's like, okay, it's pretty simple right now. Uranus and Taurus is reminding you, we've seen the big square from Mars. We've seen all this energy. It's like, sorry, but you have to up level right now. You have to fucking raise the bar higher for your self-worth. You know, you got to raise the bar at the highest it could be for whatever it is you're doing in your life right now. You can no longer just make slop or accept slop in your life. There's a lot of slop. This is a lunar eclipse that, at least on the positive side, the Virgo side, is like, you guys are fucking slop fest over there, right? It's looking at all this Pisces and going like, that is sloppy as fuck. A Mercury retrograde in Pisces that's going to stay there the whole time. And as Mars and the sun are getting closer and Mercury retrograde and Mars are fucking coming at the sun. So we're feeling like a dart from each side, a bullet Mars, a ballistic missile, and fucking Mercury retrograde, some crazy neurotic psychotic person blaming everything on you, fucking coming at you on both sides. That's what it's like. And poor Venus is sitting there like, well, okay, I had another meeting with Venus. We've had a lot lately. And what was that? I thought I was carrying this beautiful energy. Venus is now the only planet besides Jupiter that is going to come through and be the ruler of Pisces. Like Neptune's done for the rest of our lives. So it's like watching the drug, the illusion just fall apart from what you thought something was in every direction. But Venus here, I got Neptune ahead and Aries. I got Saturn ahead where I'm at fucking detriment. And I'm going to meet with these guys. Oh, even Mars. Oh, man, I'm going to meet with Saturn and Neptune and Aries. That's what we're in a world right now. It's changing every page you've ever thought. While you have to up level and hold things together that feel crazy and still have to manifest money and still have to manifest the things that you all need. This is not for the weak. This is for those that are spiritually aware. Weak is being unconscious and just trying to just slop it together in a way that you have it all figured out. You don't. It's confusing. You're the hamster. If you're lucky, you survived the whole wheel, the hamster wheel flying off, and all the energy that's karmically connected to massive things that need to end. We are all watching in our personal lives things that need to end, whether you like it or not. How you create money, relationships, how your thoughts work, your soul's understanding of how to surrender has to even be looked at. Like the old way you used to surrender, like, oh, I'll just do drugs, or oh, I'll just drink, or oh, you know what? I'll just push that under the rug and deal with it another day. These things are screaming at you. You can't do that. Or you are behind on this. Oh, I got to get on top of that. I'll push it off another day. It's just going to keep calculating and making it worse, and then making your identity and making your ability to create things harder. This is not a time for people to be checked the fuck out when it comes to their own personal life. You have to go through the most extreme moment in your life of shedding out what is not in alignment. And there's a lot of like this, you got to finish these things. You got to push them through. You know, it's like having Saturn, Neptune, Pisces moving to Aries was cool, I guess. But now you're loaded up with Pisces again. So it's kind of like, I thought we were through. No, it's just getting messier now. Until all these planets cross over that Saturn, Neptune, it'll be more corruption, more of your life situations and sensitivities that are going to be brought up that aren't working and that aren't in alignment in your life. You know, the other thing too is Jupiter's just sitting there not doing shit, fat ass. Need to get fucking Jupiter some Ozempic or whatever that shit's called now. GLP-1 or what, GP-1? I don't even know. The low dose, I get. I don't know. But I think that Jupiter's the problem. I mean, if you've been watching what I've been saying for this year, I've been saying that you're going to see the energy of this whole cult of Baal come out. And what did you just see in Iran? They fucking put out Baal and fucking burned him 2 weeks before the whole attack. This is the shit I said at the beginning of the year. Why? Jupiter's connected to Baal. Jupiter is Baal. Baal is Jupiter. That's what the fucking whole entire Babylonian, the Phoenician, all of it turned into Jupiter. And so it's in Cancer. And it's like, this shit is forcing me to face, while the reality is tearing itself down, why everything is falling apart in the world, in my own life. Is it falling apart? Or am I just having to go through discomfort to see that actually I'm more secure? Actually, that the universe is trying to open doors right now to make myself really work on how to find security within myself, how to nurture myself better through these times where everything is falling apart. I mean, it's a little like Inception. You're at the bottom level, though. You know, you're in a 100-year dream, and you're like, how do I get out without freaking out? You know, you have to have your little totem. And I think this is also the reminder that, you know, this is going to be an air and fire world. I told you guys I said on all these, especially the stuff I put out on YouTube, right? Like, hey, you're going to hear it. It's going to be loud. It's going to be smoke, guns, fucking bombs. That's going to be the world. It's going to be the new norm. We go into cycles in astrology. We're in the cycle now of where it's going to be loud, where not anybody's going to be at the helm that you usually thought. Okay. It's not going to be the world that you were living through, especially the last 20 years. That is over. This is the eclipse that is like, oh shit. I feel like this eclipse is going to bring out over this day and for the next couple, holy shit moments in the world. Like, what the fuck? There's a hole in the dike. There's a hole here. There's this not happening. There's not anybody behind the wheel over here. And having to realize this is God's way of getting us through out of this cycle of a world that actually that was what was happening all the time. This is the literal eclipse of deprogramming. You're deprogramming the program, but also deprogramming everything that has been subliminally put on you. Now you go back to 2007. I would say that, you know, yeah, fucking that world, it's been nothing but propaganda. Nothing but propaganda. And the propaganda in your own life, right? That this is the time to watch things fall apart. Believe it or not, I know that might sound crazy, but this is not a time to try and keep a grip on things, right? Like, if you're trying to exit situations, you're already in the wrong energy. The universe is exiting situations out of your life if you're in alignment. You're not even having to do anything. So it's like, what? That's leaving? That's leaving? That's not in alignment? You're not even doing anything. What the fuck's going on? Okay, I trust. That's all you can do with this lunar eclipse. Is like, okay, I know I put in all the right spiritual work, and that's where the most positive is. The payoff will come. It's going to come, but it's going to come in the fashion of, well, this is being removed in order to bring that in. Here's some discomfort. Don't worry. The actual world of comfort for yourself and your life is happening because you're stepping into the discomfort of change. Now, we're immutable, a ton immutable. And this is also the last stand of the water earth, this eclipse. Because after this, water and earth are just not going to be a thing for a while, for at least the next decade. At least. So this is the last stand. So this is the finale of the last 20-year world. But this lasts for 6 months. So the more you're attached to that old world, the more that it's just going to continue to keep being that, oh man, it feels like I'm never getting through this. It's like, well, you're holding yourself back by wanting to maintain the old. Uranus and Taurus is like, I'm sorry, I'm disrupting everything that people have value of that's really not a value, because then they won't let it go in order to ascend and to allow the real things that really were going to be alignment in our life show up. The faster you could just accept the surrender instead of like feeling, some sort of like weird, like I have to fight for this, or I have to like prove myself, or I have to, it's like if energy is just leaving a job, a person, a situation, just it doesn't make any sense. You don't need to make sense of it, because the sense of it is God is taking away everything that ain't in alignment. Okay. The second you do that and accept that fully, you'll start seeing the new universe start to get clear for you. But this isn't the time with Neptune, Saturn, Chiron, Eris, Ceres, right? This is like birthing this either healing moment of like, you know what? I don't know what it'll look like for me exactly. I know a little bit, and it's okay. I'm healing by accepting and not being the victim of like, hey, all right, this world, this situation, like the collective is shifting so much, and every individual it's on skyrocketing levels. Stop worrying about what other people think. This is where this Pluto and Aquarius comes into this whole mix. Right? Like, stop. Who gives a flying fuck what people think? If your life's sloppy, the sloppier, the better in many cases of things that are exiting and not working out and whatever, because that's opening a new world. I'll give you another perspective. These are the eclipses that brought on the Great Recession. We're in a war now. The world's in a war. Everywhere around the world now is war. Now, all these allies to Iran, what's going to happen? We're fucking taking the oil from Venezuela and cut off China. Now we're going to do that in Iran. What do you think China's going to do to respond? The global markets, the global energy of what you're so used to being attached to, this is the eclipse that's like, bye-bye. And then so it's super messy, but it's like allowing us to create a different world. And we don't have to go with the one that you think is all planned out by some fucking people. Their plans are going to fail. It's whether or not you're going to fail that's important. It's not about whether they are or not. They only succeed when you fail. When you fail. And that's because, well, I don't know. I just can't be raw and authentic and transparent. Like, this is vulnerability at its highest, that the healing comes from the vulnerability of like, hey, you know what? I'm not feeling the strongest. Do this because maybe I don't have the understanding yet, or this was a little out of my league here, like crazy, like what the fuck happened? Or gosh, God's taking this out. I don't know why. Why, God? There's going to be a lot of people throughout this eclipse and since this Mercury retrograde and through the whole Mercury retrograde, we got weeks of it left, that are going to be going, why did you do this, God? Why are you doing this? And the answer is going to be like, let me show you. Just trust me. That's going to be hard for people, though. This is swimming in a lot of Pisces. This is swimming in uncharted territory in Aries. This is Uranus finishing up here in Taurus, less than 2 months away from it coming into Gemini. And America stepping into its fourth turning. I mean, everything you're watching is like, why are you so worried about what people have to say? I mean, even if you just take the midpoint of Uranus and Pluto, it's where Saturn and Neptune is. So it's like this huge split that's happening of, okay, this is not the world anymore, and this is the new world. And whether or not you're battling with this whole like, but other people are doing this, my life should look like that. No, If anything, that's the worst kind of thing, because now you're trying to be exactly like, well, they cut their hair that way, or they have that, or their partner does this, or they shut the fuck up. Stop comparing. Stop living your life being like, what do they do? Well, how do they do it? Like, shut the fuck up. I can't even handle that shit anymore. People are like just watching people like, well, I guess they're doing that, so I guess I'll do that now. What's going to be the best through this Aries energy now and with this Pisces is your soul came down here with a soul contract that it's unique for you and your soul, and you and God made it. That has to be number one. But if you're making choices right now in your life, like, I'm making that choice, I'm the one in charge, I know what I'm doing. That's you ripping up your contract, or just being like, no, I'll just keep it in the locker. I'm not going to even pick it out. Really? Boy, there's some reality checks coming. I mean, even it was like just like the helio right before this, right? Like, we just saw Venus, Saturn, Neptune conjunction when Saturn, Neptune had met on the 20th. So helio-wise, we're starting to see planets starting to widen out a little bit more, right? So we're starting to see, this empty space get at least a little bit more spread out. So it's like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, when the pressure's cooking so much, do you just jump out and put that actually throws you into, right? In Pisces, you're supposed to go with the flow of the crazy wild river. That's why I put this, right? It's like, I'm not controlling the river. I'm just, flowing with it. Even if you're bypassing without spiritual bypassing. You're just you're going through and just watching. Look at it. Look at it. I can't believe you, Leo King, blah, blah, blah. You say this, and blah, 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 blah. And like, you were supposed to do that. And oh my gosh, how dare you be on a raft down the river while the whole world is exploding? Like, whatever the fuck people are fucking saying. It's very easy to see the media. Just like, it doesn't matter what side, just automatically be like, oh, war with Iran, no big deal. All right. I told you this is the holy war. That 2026 and all the wars, it's World War III is lightweight shit. This is the holy war. This is karma. This is karma that was never dealt with. If you're going to go bite into this shit, you're going to get caught up in the worst karmic cycle there ever has been. The holy wars was all about the flex of the West and the East, the Ottoman Empire, and the fucking Catholics. Okay, then you have the Greek Orthodox who split before that got really too extreme. And so you have to remember that those hundreds of years of holy war, like, the West is all pissed. The Christians are pissed. They got their ass beat hardcore. The last crusades came at the fucking Saturn Pluto that happened in Capricorn back in 1284. The last crusade. No coincidence, Harrison Ford just fucking got the fucking Lifetime Achievement Award because of fucking Indiana Jones. Let's be real. So, if you're going to fall for all this holy war shit and take a side, because you shouldn't be taking any side here. They're all wrong. That the universe is pushing us back into, what was our sole mission of being here? Not the one that was told to you because it was programmed to you. And gets me back to the program. You were programmed to be religious. It's a programming thing. Okay? Religion's a program. Go through, it's even like they put people through, I can't even believe courts in America, people, drunk drivers through AA, and then they have to be Christian. It's a 12-step program, and it's fucking all Christian. Right? And then you have everybody on, everybody acting like, well, it looks like everyone's friends. No, everyone's not friends. Right? The thing about Uranus at the end of Taurus here is not everybody's going to be aligned the way you thought. Right? And so I think that this is a moment to be like, all right, I don't have to react. I have to accept. I have to deprogram, because the propaganda and the bait right now is being thrown around, and the seduction of Pluto now in Aquarius, after having all these planets that were there, brings you this lunar eclipse in Virgo that wants to be like, well, that side does this, and they do this, and this country, and this Ayatollah, and that president, and that fucking Western thing, and this prime minister, and like, now out of nowhere, oh, Britain's like, we'll join the war. It's just like, okay, it's starting to sound like fucking World War II all over again. It's starting to sound like the Holy Wars again, right? Like, well, I guess we're all fucking Christian. So yeah, the Pope says, you guys go. Oh, wait, hold on. The English and the French and the Spanish, you guys all go together and come under the guise of the fleur-de-lis and a Templar Knight and fucking go out there and do that for us and get your ass whooped a bunch. Because what's being hidden is that the fact that Saturn and Neptune met 4361 BC, and that was before all these religions. And the real shit that they ain't showing us, or that the universe hasn't shown us yet, both sides, there's something to it, of what actually we come from. And where, you have to remember that this lunar eclipse is also saying, in Virgo, the purity of your fucking religion ain't pure. Right? So under the name of all these religions, like, oh yeah, like we need to get rid of the Muhammad lovers. We need to get rid of the Christians. We need to get rid of, you guys are all fucking like, whether you're jihadist or whether you're a nationalist, a Christian nationalist, or whether you're fucking Israel and we're the chosen people. All of it is fucking insanity. Get out. Like, this is the moment, like, get out of all that shit. And you know what? The trickster energy of all this is, of course, Mercury, especially in Pisces, right? So the trick that's happening to a lot of people during this one is, oh my gosh, this is Revelations, or this is what Allah always spoke about through Muhammad, or this is what fucking the Elohim always, they're about to return. That's the motivating energy behind everything right now. Oh, well, this is Revelations. You need to be a strong fucking good Christian and go with fucking the killings. And then, oh, you need to do the right thing, the Muhammad, and do your fucking jihad because Allah will be the one. And then the Elohim, they're all fucking goyim. This is the cycle that says, are you all ready to wake up to spirituality and get out of this fucking mess or not? Or do you just want to recycle the whole fucking thing? And then we'll just come up, we'll turn Jesus now into, we're coming out of the age of Pisces in the next 100 years or so, or it's already at the cusp. So you could say it's kind of out. It's like, who's the new Jesus? And then like, who's the new Muhammad? And then who's the Goyim now? And who's also the Elohim that's coming back? Like, and recycling into a new fucking deity. And you could be doing that in your own life. Oh my God, this was bad, but this is good. You're going to have to deprogram from all that shit. Remember, whenever we had these big conjunctions at the beginning of 2020, it was a Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And that was the idea of lockdowns and all that. And you're seeing the same way the media is doing this war, with the same red bar and the same shit, the same way they did COVID. And now I thought everybody really didn't, oh God, America. Now it's like UK's like, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll join the war. Oh, Saudi Arabia. Okay, we're part of it too. It's the same way with COVID. Like, I guess we'll, I always laughed in 2020. If y'all remember me, I'm like, you're telling me these people in the Middle East are fucking like walking around with masks on when they already have fucking enough fucking to cover their face if that's what they need to use on their fucking head? You got to be kidding me right now. Or everybody in Texas with a fucking cowboy hat on with a fucking blue mask on. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. I was like, this is fucking crazy. This is crazier. This is crazier. This is going to be crazier. So get the fuck out of all that. Deprogram your shit right now. Because the hamster wheel is way fucking flown away. And you could be the hamster that's just chasing and looking for, oh, look, we found a new hamster wheel. Oh, wonderful. I feel so much better. Oh, you got the water like you. We got the water right next to it. You don't even have to get off it. Okay, I'll get back on the same wheel. Okay, shut the fuck up. Oh, my God. So for those that are awake and the light workers out there, we're going to have to, it's not about protesting the wars. It's about showing people how fucking crazy they are again. Are you fucking kidding me? You're fucking like falling for the whole, well, this is Jesus' fucking thing. Or this is Allah's thing. Or this is the Elohim's thing. Or this is, shut the fuck up. It's fucking last ditch effort to try and purify. I feel pure to go do this now. Shut the fuck up. It's messy. There is no cut and dry situation right now. Oh, this is happening and I'm the pure one and I'm the right one and I'm the righteous one and I have that's all bad and I'm all good. Guess what? You're fucking a piece of fucking shit. That's what this is the eclipse that's going to expose all that shit. You're going to just act like you're not, anybody who's projecting that out is actually the one who's fucking the most crazy. The I'm a victim. You're birthing a victim mentality right now. Sarah's with Eris, you're birthing a golden apple shooting out as a baby that's fucking causing discord to see all who's into lust. And, the ideas of all this fucking Christian stuff comes from fucking the fucking Greek and Roman mythologies. And before that comes the Mesopotamian, and then before that comes the Babylonian. So actually all the religions all go off all this shit, and they all fucking are practicing the same fucking shit that they all say are the worst people, the Babylonians and all that shit. Guess what? They're all turned all their deities from that into the ones they like the best. The same way they're doing in war, they're doing it in everything else. That's what this is about. I know people are like, what? This is the same transit also with Neptune in Aries, with Pluto in Aquarius, that Mexico's going down. That area becomes a sacrificial lamb for a new religion because all the fucking people of that area, they have so many ancient ruins. They have so many different ways. But boy, oh boy, when you come in there and you take over and you convert them all to Christ, you convert them all to this, and you're going to throw some UFO shit around. Okay, like, I know that people are like, that was like a week ago. That is not going away. You think the cartels don't have Chinese backing? Wake the fuck up. Like, I don't know what to tell people. But it's like, I feel like I'm back in 2020 telling people, don't do these stupid lockdown ideas, because the ideas that are going to spur from this fucking eclipse are going to be beyond crazy. Beyond crazy. I'll say it now because I've been saying it for years when this moment will come. If you have kids that are fucking at the age to get fucking put into conscription or selective service, you better delete their socials, get them off Roblox, because they're already getting flirted on by fucking old men and fucking weird shit on that. All of their social medias, erase all the data, go, and you have to go back. You just can't delete the thing. You have to actually ask for Instagram, all of them. Delete the data, because all of the selective service in 2021 during COVID was about setting up the fucking new system of putting people into this whole fucking thing. Okay, and if you're in other countries, they already got you, right? They're just going to come, and that's what they did, the whole fucking social media ban shit, right? That's just a way to get the info from the government of like who's what age and to know who's doing what and know track. Oh, you're not really working right now. We can get them to do that. We can get you to do this. That's what this is actually on the deeper level. And this is, I know people are like, well, why are you saying all this? This is the ugliest it can get. Pisces. Dispositing Neptune and Aries that just had Saturn conjuncted. This is what you couldn't see. Neptune and Saturn now breaking apart is like, here's the plans, bitches. It's no coincidence that Bill Clinton's back after Saturn went into Aries. Last time it was about the Clintons was, guess what? Saturn and Aries. They're the impeachment of Clinton and Monica Lewinsky and saying right to your face, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Okay, and everybody believed it, and then, oh, sorry. That's what you're getting dealt with right now. To yourself. Nah, I'm too pure. I didn't do anything here. My Huckabee told me in Israel to do this. Get over yourself. But this is ugly. The 12th house, it gets fucking beyond messy. It gets really bad. And extreme exposure of all the fucking filth, of all the things that were kept backstage, especially now that Saturn just left Aries or Neptune on Aries, right? At the 0 degree. Welcome to the plans that were actually hidden in a different way. They were just kept in the back. Capricorn's trying to keep them secret. This is the stuff that's like, oh, well, you know, you haven't been able to. I mean, look at fucking the Jim Carrey thing. I mean, the motherfucker did a movie called The Mask. And boy, oh boy, now they're saying it's really him and it's not that thing. This is an Eris Chiron fucking like, okay, that is a mask and it does not fucking look anywhere near. That's the Quasimodo moment. And what's really going on? There's a lot of what's really going on. And when you look at it, it's like, okay, it's messy, but I'm just going to go, because going down the fucking river is not fucking, and going with the flow, it's messy. It's not a perfect river. That's why Virgo has to stay the fuck away from water, right? But it's not water. Virgo wants to make everything perfect. Sorry, rivers are fucking untamed. And in the universe, okay, and the oceans and the water, and it flows how it wants to flow, and it carves through the dirt. It carves through it. This Pisces is carving you through all this terrain that's fucking weird. Just let it take you where you don't have to do anything right now. You don't need to go, I need to let go of this. You only do that when you're like not facing things and you're fucking escaping. You need to stop escaping. You need to accept what's happening. Things are like falling apart out of your life, not working out, not vibe for, they're not vibing with you. Okay. I have compassion. I understand. You do you. You do you. That job, it's maybe not your victim. Maybe they just were telling you that they didn't have any more money left. But the projections will be real. It's going to be hard to see who's going to be able to speak truth during this time with this Mercury retrograde and all this shit, because most people are going to try and be like, well, let's polish it up. Polish it up? This is not a polishing moment. The universe is saying, stop polishing up what is tarnished. What's not vibing anymore. What's not in alignment. Stop trying to clean up what's got too much filth on it. Stop trying to clean up and make sure, because you're trying to fit yourself in that program box again. Oh, you know what? Well, okay. Well, this is happening in my life. It's like, is anything that serious happening for you? It's like, oh my God, this is not working. And that's not, is it that bad? Or is it actually the most biggest blessing of your life? The way I look at it, I'm like, okay, the holy war is being exposed. Great. People can finally wake up. Might take a minute, but at least, you know what, I'm proud of the astrology community. We all fucking told you this shit was coming. And fucking, who else? The media told you the opposite. So, and I know there's so many things to cover as far as like what's been going on, and there's a lot of holes. A lot of holes, Pisces. A lot of void. If you're feeling an emptiness, it's because you're not accepting what God is saying. Hey, this energy's leaving energetically. Don't worry, I got you. Just keep flowing. Wherever you end up here. And you're going to have massive deprogramming techniques within you and massive ability to hold space for yourself through the discomfort that actually is like, I would have never gone down to that unless these things happen. So if you look at the war stuff, there's going to be doors opening for us that couldn't have been because of it. It's always when the chaos and all this shit starts coming that there's that door that never was supposed to open opens. It's like, man, I would have never stopped doing this unless that fucking decided to leave or that's decided to go crazy. Thank God. I didn't see it. This is a great moment for you to wake up and be like, you know what? This is happening because I would have never changed. I would have stayed on that hamster wheel. I would have stayed accepting that shit in my life. And it just walked out for me without me even realizing that shit. So let go of all the stress. Not easy. We're going to feel this one in our body. But also, the healthiest path right now is not, oh my God, I got to stay on top of my workout regime this week and stay on my eating thing. It's Pisces. It's how well you get through this without escaping. And okay, watch a movie, chill out, go laugh with some friends. Like, go do some artwork, go paint, go be creative. That's your only outlet. It is not, oh, I got to stay on top of this. The unhealthiest thing is adding more stress on top of the stress. You're going to see a bunch of people over the next 2 weeks that are just going to out of nowhere have strokes and die from working out. You're going to hear about that. Whenever these hard Virgo things come like this, it's always what happens. It's like, oh, brain aneurysm. They were 40 working out. No, they were so stressed and I need to stay on top of it this way. And the universe was trying to tell them to stop. And like, no, I need to be on my bike every morning. I need to be at the gym every morning. I need to be this. I need to be that. I need to be. The more you're in that, I have to. Your soul and body can only take so much stress. And the universe is trying to be like, hey, I'm trying to kind of get you out of that and move you this way without having to like. It's pretty simple. Just like allow it to happen and see what more beautiful things can come. No, I got to do this, God. Sorry. And then it's just kind of like, ah. And you can expand that into multiple things in your life. The more that I have to do it this way. I have to do it this way. This has to look this way. You're stressing for no reason. And if your birthday's around this period, 10 days, 10 degrees on each side, Virgo or Pisces, this is going to be an amazing, but also insane year. If you have placements here, fuck, wake the fuck up. This is hitting harder than the solar eclipse. Because this is the earth and water finishing themselves out in an eclipse. I mean, if you just take another one, like one last look at this, like, trust me, this is not a easy chart, believe it or not. Just from Saturn to Mars, the two malefics, you have the North Node, the Sun, Mercury, retrograde, Venus, and Neptune. So what you have right now in the condensed around the whole Sun right now is the two malefics squeezing all that in. Right? And as you see all this stuff building up in the weeks ahead and coming into Aries, the square to Jupiter. And this eclipse is happening, and we're a week away from Jupiter to finally station direct. And guess what? There'll still be Mercury direct for a little bit. So we haven't seen all planets direct, and we're on what? Today's March 3rd. You've gone through this whole first 2 months and built into the third month. You still haven't even seen all planets direct. And you don't get it with Jupiter next week, and you got to wait a couple more days, and then Mercury, right? It's like, oh, man. And so when it comes to the mind, our belief systems, and, you think about this Jupiter, it's like the sun's getting ready to trine Jupiter. That's the most positive aspect to this lunar eclipse. You notice I bring it up last. That the blessing is the more discomfort that you accept, the more that you can find stability, resilience, and let the flow take you in. The water always carves the way the earth is. And get the fuck away from all these crazy fucking people. I wear a cross. I wear a fucking, I don't know, I wear a fucking hijab. I wear a fucking yarmulke. I wear like this whole holy war shit is fucking insane. These people are all fucking crazy. These people are insane. Just you don't even have to scribble them out. That's so Virgo. Just go down the river and let them fucking say all their crazy shit and just be like, okay, whatever. I didn't have to leave you all. You all just fucking went crazy and left. Okay. Left behind. You know what that means? You left your soul behind and fucking fell into the fucking program trap of those religions. That's the irony of the whole thing. So that doesn't mean there's not God. There's a God. This is going to force people to start to wake up to like, why are you following that program? Why are you worshiping Baal under the guise of all these religions? Let go. Stop trying to fix what doesn't want to be in your life. Doesn't matter what you do, whatever you think wants, everything that's showing up now is like, it doesn't vibe. It's not, no matter what you try to do to fix it or perfect it, or strive to make this thing more in alignment, it's just going to go way off more track more. The wheels are coming off the bus. The wheels are coming off the fucking train. And how well you let it glide and let go, and like, okay, even if it crashes, you'll be all right because you're not so tense. And then that leaves you to the fucking gold mine. You know what I mean? Like, well, we never would have stopped unless the train had the wheels fall off. That's how you look at this bitch. All right. And of course, this is bringing up all the other fucking insane shits. Where the next 2 months from this point will be the wildest 2 months you've ever experienced in your life. And I've said that, and I've continued to say that. And so don't you dare for 1 second think that this is just going to all go away. What's going away is this whole crazy world that you are still thinking exists that doesn't. And that, oh, it'll all go back to normal. There's a new normal, but this isn't the definition of the new normal. This is the chariot to that, what we will one day, most likely our kids and our grandkids will call the new normal. We are in the transitionary period, and all of us were, because we all have Pluto at fast speeds, unless you're a Gen Z or Alpha, where you have kind of a slow Pluto. So you're going to have to witness this, and your life doesn't get anything of what me or any of the generations prior to me got, so the millennials and everything. You didn't get that. You're not going to get it. You'll get something else. But go look at history. Everybody born with Pluto from Leo, we'll say from Cancer to fucking Scorpio, fastest Plutos, and Sag, but Sag starts to slow down a little bit. So it's like your whole life is going to be massive radical change. There is no chill point. Everything right now that the universe has is in the washing machine getting fucking like crazy in spin cycle. And where it all ends up and how it dries and all that shit will be what it'll be. And you're just going to have to go with that. There is no secure, safe spot except for spirit and within yourself, and accepting the discomfort and seeing what's the good on the other side of it. There is no stability. Zero. We are out of a stable world. It is all transitioning to break apart these programs, whether you like it or not. And you can find it by having fun and creativity and art, working on spiritual stuff, becoming, working on telepathy. Have you been working on that or no? No, you've been too busy fucking worried about some stupid other shit, like fucking your Instagram. Like, it's like, come on. Worrying about your Bitcoin. Like, give me a fucking break. How many years are you going to spend your life worried about it and then finally get to like 70 where maybe it works, and then you're like, oh, yeah, what are you going to buy with it? That's the thing, is like, sure, maybe something like that'll go up. But the bigger question is, will the supply chains be there? Will any of these things that you've put your head to what you're going to buy matter? With Uranus and Gemini, the technology, like the cars we drive, like those will be like the Model Ts. It'll be like the fucking first shit. You'll be like, you have a hand crank on the front of that bitch? No, like that's like, nobody drives Model T now or Model A. Even the guys who own them are dead now, or they're dying, or they're fucking, and now they've given it to a younger guy who's just like, I don't know, I have money, I don't know what to do with this thing. It's fucking sad. We're in a world now that you have to realize, if you're putting it on the external, that's the other part of this Virgo, is it's externalizing things. It's the physical thing. It's Pisces. Stop looking at the external. My life can't be this and it needs to be that. Shut the fuck up. I swear to God, like, I don't give a fuck saying this. It's fucking retarded. And I don't even care saying that either. Stop being a fucking retard and focusing so much on, oh my God, my life is having this to happen and that. It's just like, shut the fuck up. Get back to source. Get back on it. Just go with the flow. Shut the fuck up and go with the flow and enjoy your time and do some art and stop complaining about that shit. Like, stop complaining. Oh my God, this and that, this little thing. And oh my God, and then I'm going to try and change this and change that. Like, oh my God, you are just a fucking, you're letting this Discord just fuck with you. You're just letting Eris laugh her way and show who's actually vanity based in Aries, especially. Oh my God, it's just like, who can we just get to just see who's truly in the good spiritual like energy and who's just a fucking retard? Throw the fucking iPhone and see who's going to run after it. My selfie first, my thing first, my new story on my reels, my new TikTok, and like all this shit. Like, relax, like you're lost. Try meditating. Try doing some inner spiritual reflection on things right now. Try learning from, why is this leaving? Oh, okay. Why is this not vibing? Okay. Start making the connection to the new frontier of where Saturn's taking us. It takes a while for things to be defined with Saturn and Neptune Aries. It's going to be a while. This ain't going to be like, this is the way it is right now. It is going to constantly keep changing. Everywhere in the astrology is like, it's going to be a change. This is the very beginning of you accepting the fact that everything is going to change rapidly this fast, week by week, day by day, month by month, year by year going forward. There is no more, okay, this is what I'm in, and we're just keeping it this way. No. Anybody trying to tell you the other way around is a fucking psychopath. And they have been the whole time. All right, what do we got here? Six of Cups reversed. Fuck social distancing and making happiness and love. But, you know, this is the card of where the children are in a safe, protected area and the kinship and this is discomfort city. But that's the only way for you to get out of the Nepo baby that you are. And let's call it the Nepo program soul. No, there is no more free pass for you to just be a Nepo soul and just be like, well, because the world was set up this way, I'm supposed to go through it this way now. Because I went to college, because I did this, and because I did that. Shut the fuck up. And a King of Cups reversed. It's very uncomfortable. To me, I always think the Six of Cups actually is kind of the interesting card that connects to the King of Cups, because it's like the kid when he's little, like, okay, I'm with my friend and we're playing with flowers, and the security that comes, like everybody, like all the nannies are watching and everybody's watching the parents and everybody's watching, the kids are safe. And then it's like King of Cups, like I feel secure in myself. With these two being reversed, it's like, no, there is not that energy where it's like, oh yeah, everybody's caring and watching and everything. And then, oh, I'm feeling super secure and I'm not too worried in a way. And like, no, none of that's happening. I'll put one more card. The Three of Pentacles. This bitch, look at her. She's fucking filming a fucking porno. Who are you going to go build things with? Remember, the Three of Pentacles is the secret alchemy-based world where you go create things with. Like, you need to find the people to create with that are on that same spiritual level, that are going with the flow of things too. And not, well, you didn't make it to the meeting and you're not on the Zoom at 6:01 fucking p.m. Oh my God, relax, please. You're going to have a fucking aneurysm. And no, I'm not going to have one because I'm not stressed. I'm laughing. I'm like throwing out there, like, you people, come on. check me out, of course, highvibe.tv. And don't miss out, Hypergate. We'll definitely put that announcement, but we just built the sickest app ever. It's actually the sickest fucking app. It's fucking, you're going to be mind blown. I'm also building the Spirit Dial AI app right now. And I know a lot of you all don't have it out there, but I'm building the Vision Pro apps of these. So if you have an Apple Vision Pro, sick shit. Shit that you can't do on anything else. Like Meta, I can't do that shit with Oculus. So some of the craziest shit you've ever seen. Appreciate you all. Check out theleoking.com, highvibe.tv. Peace out.